When I bought this farm, I was 18. I remember as though it was yesterday. The reason I went into Angus cattle, I had an Angus calf that I couldn't believe how well it done. And I said to my wife, Gwen, that I'll get an Angus bull. That bull left me 5 Friesian calves. And I said to my wife, well, if that's what's going to happen, I'll start an Angus stud. So I started an Angus stud in 1958 with 7 heifers and a cow and the bull calf. Mother, daughter, granddaughter. I'm Philip Charles Collins, born on the 5th of the 3rd, 29. My home farm was Merrifield. My wife Gwen's farm was Hope Grange, Harry Grange, where all the Wakulas and all the Vickies in Australia started. Those 2 cows really made me. We used to show at 4 royal shows, Canberra, Sydney, Adelaide and Melbourne. After 32 royals, we were never beaten as most successful exhibitor, and that'll never be beaten. Never. 32 in a row. There's 10 champions of the show, and we had 7 of them. We weren't so well known in bulls, but right over Australia we were known for our females. And it certainly made a name for Mary Grange. When our boys got big enough, my wife and I split the farms up.
I had a little farm with my brother around the back there, which we call Sam's. Then Dad retired. Dad asked me to split the stud in three ways. He told me what it was for. He said, yeah, the 3 boys are going to have a third of the stud each. My dad gave me that start. Because we had this farm originally, we had a lot of debt too. And then we thought, well, the Mary Grange sale was going. So we had our first sale at the Mary Grange complex at Maloo. And then the second one, we thought, well, no, we've got to do this ourselves. So we transformed this shed we're in now, which was an old shearing shed, into a sale barn. We had such enormous success at Mary Grange. Dad was unbeaten for probably 10 years. It's enormous cost showing and promotion and stuff like that. So we stopped doing it for a little bit. Just all too hard managing the farm, the dairy farm, getting to shows, getting people to work. So instead of showing, I suppose I judged and tried to promote our stud through my judging, which has worked very well. I started judging pigs when I was 16 at Bendigo's show. And the year after, I judged Royal Melbourne show in the pigs. I've been fortunate enough to travel all around Australia judging bulls, cows, heifers, and steers, the whole lot. And love doing it, really love doing it.
It's an honour to stand for everyone here tonight and present the Stewart Award to Mr. Peter Collins.
When I started, they were short and very strong in the head. Certainly a big change, like the temperament in the modern cattle is far superior to when I went into cattle, and that they don't kick like they used to.
The Angus breed has changed dramatically over years, and you've got to change with it because the market's changed, so you've got to suit the markets. Now, once upon a time we used to run them all through the ring, like individually through the ring. Now we set up massive big TV screens right here in the sale barn. We actually run them all on video, and people sit here where I'm sitting and buy the cattle off the video. So that's taken the pressure off family doing so much work sale day.
The cattle are out in the paddock, they look at them prior to the sale, and then they come up on the television in the ring. Wonderful idea. It's lovely to see all my friends, past friends.
Dad still comes every year and he sits up the top there, and all the return buyers that come back were his buyers. Some of the buyers are still coming back that used to buy from him. It's a family-run farm, it's a family-run business. We want to sell to our clients that, you know, this is all run by just us.
If we can get the start, we might have a future leader in our Angus breed.
If we haven't got those young people coming through our industry, our agricultural industry, we're going to run out of farmers. Who's going to be farming in the future? You know, we still need those quality people coming through. People say, why are you doing this? It's the legacy moving on, to see it move on to the next generation and down to Brodie.
Very proud that Brodie's got involved. He's carried it on. We're keeping the stud going. Very proud.
Brodie Collins, third generation farmer. I'm Peter's eldest son. I lasted 3 days at uni. I tried to come back to the farm, but Dad wouldn't let me. I had to go away and do something else, so I picked up a trade. The only time I haven't been around cattle was when I worked away as a sparky for 7 years, and even then I was coming home. I just wanted to come home. You know, the workload's big, there's no doubt about that. It's as much as you want to do, but yeah, wouldn't change it. Wouldn't change it. Our sales gone up and up and up. Our sale averages have gone up, and our clearance rate's gone up with our bulls. This is a family business, just willing to have it grow. Dad and Pa have had a hell of a lot of success over the years. Even now with Phil being 95, still comes out on farm and ring me up, you know, how are those calves looking? You got anything you need to show me?
Still loves to come out to the stud, gets in the side-by-side with Brodie, and they go looking at bulls or cows or whatever. He just loves it. He still has his comment on which one he likes best and which one he doesn't.
He's still my harshest critic, there's no doubt about that. He's taught me a hell of a lot, and still is, still giving me pep talks. He was good, but like Dad said, like Pa said, like without Nan there was nothing. Yeah, a big part of my life. I know through my younger years I was on farm all the time, doing what I loved. I spent a lot of time with Nan. Yeah, so it's not all about Pa, that's for sure.
Lucky I had a wonderful woman, but I lost her a long time ago.
She was the backbone of the whole stud, the whole family.
Loved everywhere.
She was incredible. She really was. And without Mum, none of us would have. None of them.
I'd be pretty confident saying I know nearly most of the cows in the herd, if not all. Knowing what cow families are what and who they're by and what that cow was like 2 or 3 generations ago. We love getting on farm with our clients and having an honest touch about it. And, you know, we can keep building towards that perfect animal, it'd be ideal. And that's what we're trying to breed with our cattle and hopefully build with our clients and our friends.
If something doesn't do what it should, replace it. That means a lot. If you want to get a good stud name, that's what you've got to do.
We can't make mistakes. We've got to make every run a winner. And we're not only breeding good cattle, I think we're actually selling good cattle too. Our female lines is our key. Breed a good female, the bulls will just happen. Their family lines, you know, are right around Australia. You see a Will Cooley, you see a Vicky, you're in Australia, you know it's come from here. It's come from right here.
Powering the pedigree is purely the cow families behind it. It's just having backing in the pedigree and generation after generation of hopefully a strong line of animals. Building on what we've already built, building towards that perfect animal. That's what we do. That's why we work so hard.
Our family lines, our maternal lines are powerful, they're very good. It's like a family business. The power is in the pedigree.